Come on now. I've already done all of that.
Hi, Molly. Why do you assume everybody in the comments isn't married? There's married black women in
There are
here.
a lot of married.
And why do you speak from a place? Why do you speak from a place of self-hatred as if you're not black? You say black women this and black women that, as if you're not a black woman.
Like I came up here saying, I told y'all what melanin was worth more than gold. Y'all know my business only because I gave that to you. Okay? So like I'm saying, if I could, I wouldn't have watered down my DNA. You know, so don't be mad at me. Be mad at the black men for creating
I'm not mad at you, baby.
Hold on. May I finish? Be mad at the black men who've created a whole new race. Because this whole new race been here. We got a whole new biracial race. Somebody created them. If the black women aren't stepping out, who was it? We all know it was Umar said it. Who was that? Dick Gregory said it. Black men stepped out of their race, created a whole new race of biracial children.
But why are you blaming that on the black men? Like there's not good black men out there. There's a lot of good black men. Have you been to Atlanta? Have you been to Maryland? Have you been to Virginia? Have you been to Pennsylvania? Have you been to DC? Have you been to these heavily black populated places? Most of the women there are married, especially in Georgia. They're all married to black.
Especially down south. I will say down south, they get married. Really.
Florida. All that.
I agree with that.
And it's like you're speaking. You seem like you have some self-hate issues because when you talk about black people and black women and black men, you speak from a place as if you're white. You're doing the same shit the oppressors did to us.
I'm not doing anything. What I'm doing
and white people. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Can I finish, man? Can I finish, babe? And white people, listen. People like you, white people are never going to look at you and say, "Oh, you're white." They're always going to look at you like you're a black person who's kissing the white man's ass. You're a bootlicker, essentially.
Okay, Malii, this touched a sensitive topic. It's a lot of people. Here I come, y'all.
So I'm going to be very quick. I hear her saying that many people are mad. Sweetheart, I don't think they're mad. I feel like they're using this as an educational opportunity because you seem to have a one-track mind when it comes to this topic. Another thing I'd like to ask.
I didn't get to respond to the last person, and I do feel like they're not listening and attacking because everybody knows my panels are pro-black. That is all I talk about. So
let's hear her out, y'all.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Tomi?
Let's hear her out.
Just because I point out the negativity in black women, in Caucasian, in everybody, but it is a pro-black panel. And I do uplift and I do educate. Okay? So I feel like you guys are throwing shots at me because of the way I speak, my vernacular. That's what you're throwing shots at.
Okay,
I'm black all day.
Okay, so I think
Okay.
Okay, I think we can only go by because I've never sat on your panel, so I don't know what your content is. So therefore, we can only go by what you stated here in Tomi's live. And basically what I've heard and what I have gotten from this is you're speaking from a hurt place. Was your father in your life?
See, listen, that's what I'm saying. You don't know me, and everybody knows.
Okay, I just asked a question.
And I'm answering.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows that my parents is high school sweethearts, and both my parents is in the military, married.
Yes, okay, that could be fine. They could be high school sweethearts, but perhaps your dad wasn't a good example because my dad was in a household with. Now, can I finish? We can dance together, but we can't talk together. So go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and finish.
You're throwing wicked shots at me.
I'm not. I'm trying to understand where these thoughts are coming from.
You're not.
Because I could never.
Shots at my father.
I'm trying to get an understanding. My father was also in the military, sweetheart, but my father also taught me how a man should treat me. So my father was a jet black man.
And what do you mean? How a man should treat me?
My father, well, there's a reason you feel this way about black men. Maybe they didn't receive you. I'm not quite sure, but I would never speak. I don't know. I'm just listening to you, and based on what you're saying, you are speaking from a hurt place because there is bad Mexican men, there's bad white men, there's bad black men, there's bad Indian men, there's bad Nigerian men. What I am saying is because of the example my dad showed me when I grew up, there is no way I could talk down on the black man because I had a true example of what a man was. I have a black son, so I'm never going to speak down on the black man. So if you honored your dad, you wouldn't be out here talking about black men the way you are, because that is considered, you're gathering everyone up and passing judgment based on your personal experiences. That's the only thing I'm saying.
So how would it be personal experiences if how would it be personal if my father was in my life? I had a good life. You understand what I'm telling you? I came to the States as a teenager. So how would it be bad experiences for myself?
So can I ask you where you're originally from?
You finish every time. Every time I go to talk, you're cutting me off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, because you're messing up my train of thought. When I'm trying to answer your questions, you're cutting me off because you're too busy trying to take.
I just said, okay, go ahead. Okay, now we're talking about this.
Go ahead.
My only question is where are you originally from? You said you came from the States. You came to the States.
We never talked about where I was originally from. We never talked about that. Okay.
But you mentioned it, so this may have a reason why you think the way you do.
Summer, if you're gonna ask questions, you need to allow me to answer.
Let us give each other time to talk, y'all.
Go ahead.
I don't have a problem with black men. I love black men. Like I say, I sit with black men all the time. Those are my supporters.
But it's what you said here.
Summer, let her finish, babe. Let her finish. Come on. That we got to what she said here. She did correct herself.
I did correct myself, but they won't let it go. I not only corrected myself, I explained that melanin was worth more than gold.
Okay,
but here today you did say something, and she said she even corrected herself. We brought that up. She said she corrected herself, and she switched up. She switched it. She switched what she said.
Okay, but I'm just trying to understand where these feelings and these thoughts of what she stated about black men, where it's coming from. That's all I'm trying to do is get a better understanding. You know what I'm saying? It had to be, I'm not going to just go out here and base what I feel about a particular situation based on what I've seen. I'm going to base it on what I've experienced.
And then that's what she's asking you, Malii. Has there been anything you've experienced with a black man that made you prefer a white man over a black man?
Sorry, I never got to finish saying. I never got to finish responding to that about bad experiences with black men. As I said before, I don't have bad experiences with black men. I don't. But my observation. Like y'all, I mean, look at the movie Baby Boy, and it's portrayed. Look at Christian and who is that guy?
Now that's movies. That's acting. Do you know anyone personally?
My observation is my community, the community of black women on welfare, the community of kids who don't have how are we denying these facts? Are y'all gonna really sit up here?
No, because it's facts that it's more Caucasian people who get welfare than it is black.
Absolutely,
that's really the fact.
Well, no, I'm not saying one or the other. What I'm saying is the reason that they have to get this assistance is because the father isn't in the home, and that is an epidemic in our community. How are we denying this epidemic?
Why are we getting questioned while the African American community needs assistance? Why aren't we questioning why the people who get it the most need assistance? Is it because they don't have fathers? They got fathers in the home, right? Because these are white people. So
can I say something?
Can I speak about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a discussion, y'all. This is nothing personal or nothing. This is grown. We all grown in here. We are having a discussion. This is for the comments. Go ahead.
There is, but pro-black, we only talk about black things. We only talk about our history and who we are. So if anybody,
but you're not. It's not factual.
Can I finish saying what I'm saying? You are repeatedly cutting me off.
Let her finish.
And it's really fucking up my flow.
I'm right here, y'all. Go ahead, baby.
We talk about Black issues on my panel. That's all we discuss.
She keep talking about her panel.
We do not, because that's where they are coming at me from. That's where people are coming.
I've never been on your panel, honey, so that's what I'm saying. I'm asking you a
Tomi
question.
got a phone call or something. Somebody was saying something about they knew me and this is the stuff that I say on there. I'm literally responding to why I'm being attacked.
True.
They said my panels. They said this is where I discuss it.
Okay, so can I just say this and I'm going to drop. So first of all, what you're stating is not factual because it's based on an observation. So it's not factual. It's not a personal experience. That's number one. Number two, what I'd like to say is you speak about marriage. There's many people that are married and they living in a house, but that house is not a home. It's not a happy home because the people that's in the marriage do not communicate, and they're setting bad examples for their children. So therefore, all of that is down the tubes because a lot of these people live in a facade and it's not factual. I'd rather be single, happy, and raising my kids and showing them how I deserve to be treated than to sit up in a house talking about I'm married and I got a husband and he ain't shit. All he is a provider and ain't giving me no respect. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Tomi.
Anytime, baby. You see her point where she coming from, Malii? I think
I see her point, but the thing of it is that she's trying to attack me as if I'm the one. I educate people on all of these facts. If you want to talk about who fed our people, it was a Black Panther. The welfare system was set up for the white people. Mm-hmm. I know more of them get it than us. Y'all don't have to tell me this when I teach this. Mm-hmm. I can pull out books right now.
So you're saying you want to see less of us on it, and there's a way.
No, I want to see less Black men in prison. I want to see less Black men not being less Black kids not knowing who their father is.
Malii, can I ask a question?
They're taking it the wrong way.
No, so the less Black men in prison, y'all got to realize that starts so young. So she's saying at a young age, because when do they determine when to build or how many prisons to build? Isn't there something about our Black boys that determines when they project, like in their reading scores, their third grade reading scores? So they haven't even made it to adulthood. You get what I'm saying? I think this is why people are not taking to what you're saying, because it's a decision that's made for them, like when they can't even help themselves. You know, is that true about the third grade reading scores?
I'm not sure if it's third grade, but yes, I have heard about that. Actually, and also there's a school to prison pipeline. Okay. So it absolutely correlates to what you're saying. There's all types of things that factor in, not just one test. Yeah. There's other factors that do factor into determining that or whatnot. And Dr. Umar really goes into detail about that. Okay. Not to mention, we're talking about this, but why is it so many of Black mothers putting their kids on these medications?
I agree there now. Yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Jamaica.
Malii, all due respect, I've been with my husband for 17 years. Hey. Like, we have 3 beautiful kids. Mm-hmm. 1 boy, 2 girls, 17 years, a successful company, never been in jail. Mm-hmm. My husband, we pray together every night. We never been in jail. My husband don't smoke, none of that. Mm-hmm. And he's a Black king. Mm-hmm. That's my king.
There you go.
And I have another thing. Are you Jamaican, Malii?
No, darling. What are you saying?
Because island people tend to think like you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. You have some island people think, you know, they have to go for the white man because they don't want their kids to look.
No, I never.
I'm just saying. No. I'm island.
No, y'all taking it.
You have some people like that. I'm not even trying to be funny or anything like
that. Miss Jamaican, no, ma'am. I'm so against that shit. No, ma'am. And I'm gonna tell you something.
And then, do you bleach your skin?
Know who I admire?
Do you bleach your skin?
I've said this a million times.
I'm asking, before. Do you bleach your skin because you're from the islands, right?
No, I'm not. For the second fucking time.
Are you from Africa?
Listen,
because Africans and island people, they think like that.
Allow me to. You already said that, man.
Black man, my kids.
Are you slow? How many times are you gonna teach yourself? You've already said that.
Where are you from,
I'm not trying to attack you or anything like that.
Please.
I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just saying
Jamaican, let me say a sentence. Would you allow me to interject for a second?
Well, I'm not talking. The fuck you could talk.
Oh, you guys are being really nasty.
Be nice, y'all. Come on now.
One thing about me, and I've said this a million times, is that if I was jealous of any female, it is the chocolate, and we need more. I'm the one who advocated for more black babies. Let's save our DNA, and let's not be watered out. I feel like it's us that are being that are going extinct.
And
with chocolate babies and stuff like that. I think chocolate, beautiful woman. That's why I say chocolate, because I think they're beautiful. Everybody knows that's how I really feel.
And no disrespect, but I think people can look at it like,
I've said this for years, Jamaican.
If
y'all are coming at me wrong, you're coming at me so wrong. Any woman,
well, I'm not coming at you wrong. My apologies.
I always up dark skin, and especially the dark skin. If it's a dark skinned man, if it's a dark skinned woman, I always up them, and I really think they are more beautiful. They don't have hyperpigmentation. That skin be smooth as fuck. I always say I'm different from y'all.
Y'all
different from y'all.
I don't worship the light skin because I know where I came from. We want to be able to talk over you. That's why she get affected, because you like to control.
She want everybody to shut up so she can speak.
Wait.
On her panel, she will mute everybody, and then she'll say anything, and that's how she handles her panel.
Girl, listen.
It's the same woman that always say when she get into a black mix.
Okay, you must know me personally. This seems personal. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I think she's seen your panels. So this is what I want to say, Malii. It could be looked at as wait a minute. Let me get it out. I was wondering, what have any of the necessities that you have about yourself got you and like you're where you're at? Okay, so she's asking.
I couldn't hear that.
Your call kind of went out because the people calling. But listen, this is a question, Malii. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
So we hear you saying preserve the DNA. You know, let's preserve our DNA. Let's keep our.
That's what I preach, Tomi. But how are they flipping what I preach just because?
Hold on. So I think, and I could be misspeaking. I'm just trying to make some sense out of it. When they're bringing up, and I don't mean to bring up your kids in no type of way, but they're saying you have biracial kids. So they're saying, where was the save the DNA there?
That was 21 years. That was at least 20 years ago. Okay.
Okay.
That's when that was. All right. And I grew up differently.
Okay.
I grew up differently. So yes, I grew up. Both my parents been in the military, Tomi.
Okay.
So with that being said, I didn't come back to the States till I was a teenager. And I don't feel it's fair that you guys are attacking.
You lived in Jamaica for a while. Am I correct?
I never lived in Jamaica.
Okay, you keep saying.
I was in Europe.
You were in Europe. Thank you. Okay. Okay, she was in Europe.
Is this Tomi or this is Jamaican? I don't know who's
Tomi. That's me talking.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tomi. I thought that was
That's
that girl.
Okay. No, I just want to get clarity and make sure that way we get it all straight.
Yes, ma'am.
So she wasn't. She is American, and she moved to Europe for a little while until she was a teenager.
No, I'm not Jamaican. Did you say I was Jamaican?
No.
Okay, yeah, not Jamaican. I'm American. I'm a Black American girl.
Right.
Both my parents are just in the military, so that's how come I traveled all over, and I didn't get back to the States again until I was a teenager. That's what I'm saying.
From Europe, not Jamaica, guys.
Yeah, from Europe.
From Europe. Okay, so we got that clear. We don't have to ask no more. She stayed in Europe for a little while.
I don't think I'm wild. I had to deal with
Can I say one more thing before I go?
Yes, because it's a line of people.
Yeah, it's a line of people. I don't want to be rude.
Go ahead.
Do you bleach your skin?
This is a great topic.
No, I don't.
Why do you think she bleached her skin?
I drop me. I'm Jamaican. I know. I could tell. You could drop me though.
Oh, she's not Jamaican.
No, I can tell when people bleach her skin.
I've been this color all my life.
You can drop me. Can you drop me? It's okay.
Thank you, Jamaican beauty.
I'm darker than I used to be.
Oh.
Tomi, you can look at all my old pictures. Oh my God.
I looked through your pictures and I don't know. Her neck and her face kind of the same color. If y'all look.
Okay, can I say this? First of all, she might want to turn her filter down. Oh. Maybe that's what it is, okay?
Oh,
wow. Second and foremost, second and foremost, you're the same one that came up here and called me a liar, Miss Thing, and I stood to be corrected, and I said that afterwards. However, with you, Miss Ma'am, Miss Education, Miss Educational, Miss Degree, you ain't not, listen, if you've been over there in Europe, you would know that the Europeans love dark-skinned women, honey. Black of the bird, sweeter the juice,
I do know
honey.
that.
Second and foremost, it's your poor choice. Let me finish. Stop interrupting me. Third, it's your poor choice of words, okay? The y'all, them, we, I. Girl, you single out your motherfucking self. You sat up here talking about, we talk about black topics. What the fuck is a black topic? Let me tell you something. I can almost guarantee I have more
topics that pertain to our community, ma'am.
Ma'am, let me tell you something. Tommy, how many times do I say that my family is so mixed up, we are the world?
Yeah, you do.
I got Asian, but you don't even want to go down the line with me. But let me tell you something, okay?
I'm sure you do. The ancestors was raping the fuck out of your people.
Your people. Oh, okay. Well, last time I checked, last time I checked.
About her gene line.
Girl.
She's talking about in her family. Her gene line.
Okay, but let me break it down so it can ever and consistently be broken, ma'am.
No,
I did not say my gene line. I did not say my gene line. I did not say that.
Yes, she did. She said
oh my gosh. Family does not mean. Oh my gosh. Listen, honey, sweetie. Family means that they have offsprings, right? They get married. My kids got married, honey, and they married different nationalities, sweetie. We's a mixing whirlpool over here, baby. Okay?
She needs to get down because she's worse than me. My kids married black.
So what? You was married. You're not married anymore. Okay. Stop interrupting me. Your ignorance is shining through.
No, your ignorance is shining through. With your grandkids, bitch, please.
Okay,
like you said, in your family, you all mixed up, just like your motherfucking head. Ho, bye, next. The fuck
now wait a
minute. Here come the nigga, baby. Tommy, mute this fucking.
One at a time. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm jumping now again. I'ma let you.
Ain't nobody jumping you, hoe. Okay, you feel jumped, you feel hit because you've been hurt by a black man. Bitch, you got up here and said you was married. Past tense, sweetie. You couldn't even hold on to the fuck that, okay? You even admitted you diluted your goddamn melanin. And I don't give a fuck what you talk about on your platform, bitch. This ain't your goddamn platform, okay? I need you to fucking grow up and step the fuck off and stop speaking as though you're separating yourself. And bitch, you don't know shit about statistics, okay? How the fuck you gonna sit up here and talk about jail statistics and Father's Day, bitch? Where was your husband on Father's Day, cunt? And all that y'all shit your motherfucking ass is talking about. You talking about, look, bitch, you need to focus, okay? You don't know if you on your panel, their panel.
Right.
No, wait a minute. I said family, and this bitch went all down my goddamn gene line. Well, last time I checked, Master was creeping down in the slave quarters, ho. Master was creeping with Mammy, bitch. They diluted the goddamn melanin, you fucking cunt. You ignorant son of a bitch. And turn your goofy down. And that filter, bitch. Fuck you.
Let her respond.